Welcome to Explain the Charts. Today is June 20th, 2025, and we're diving into the QQQ, the Nasdaq ETF. We'll cover the latest news and analyze the charts to make sense of where the market might be headed. Recent news indicates a mixed market influenced by Fed rate cut discussions and Trump's decision deadline regarding the Iran situation. Reports show that stocks initially rose on potential de-escalation with Iran, but later stalled as uncertainty persisted. Let's start with the news and see how it correlates with the chart data. The market is reacting to statements from Fed officials hinting at possible rate cuts in July, while also monitoring Trump's decision on potential military involvement in the Middle East. Tariffs and their impact on inflation are also a key concern for the Fed. Now, let's transition to the daily chart. Here we can see a broad view of QQQ's price action. We can see from February through April a volatile but bullish period that culminated in a large dip in April. Since then, the QQQ recovered with a long bullish trend up to today. Let's examine the recent price action more closely. Focusing on the more recent candles, we can see a range between roughly 510 and 535 since the start of November 2024. The most recent candle suggests bearish movement today. We need to see if that's confirmed. With the possibility of Fed rate cuts looming, we might see a bounce from the recent high. However, tensions in the Middle East due to the Iran conflict introduce bearish uncertainty. Switching to the 1-hour chart, let's zoom in for a more granular view of intraday price action. On the 1-hour chart, we can see a very volatile day on June 5th, 2025. June 5th saw a large drop down from 530 down to the 523 range. From the start of June 17th to the current date, the 1-hour chart shows sideways action with several attempts to break out. This indicates uncertainty in the market and could signal consolidation before a larger move. Let's now filter to the last couple days to look at today's price action. On June 17th and 18th, the 1-hour chart shows a downtrend, which suggests that we may be entering a bearish period. Finally, let's examine the 15-minute chart for a very short-term perspective. The 15-minute chart shows a similar downtrend to the hourly a few days ago. Zooming into today, June 18th, 2025, we can see a lot of choppiness. In the absence of stronger signals, it looks like we're still in a consolidation period. Let's recap key price levels. A break below 520 on the daily chart could signal a larger correction. Resistance sits around 535, which has proven difficult to break. If tensions with Iran escalate or if inflation data surprises to the upside, we could see a move down to 500. I'd say this is 40% likely. Conversely, continued dovish signals from the Fed could propel QQQ above 535, targeting 550, which I estimate as 30% likely with a high level of Fed cooperation. Market may be in sideways action for a while, another 30% likely. Continue to monitor the news flow regarding the Iran situation and any comments from the Federal Reserve. This will likely be the most impactful factor in determining the short-term price direction of the QQQ.